Oh, God. Well, I played MindsEye. This is by far the worst game I've played thus far in 2025. This game is so incredibly terrible. It runs bad. It crashes constantly. The gunplay makes no sense. The cutscenes are ridiculously long and are so poorly acted. I am actually shocked this is even allowed to be sold. They just released this game on Steam, on Xbox, and on PlayStation 5. And on every platform, it is a literally broken mess. It is getting literally 1 out of 10 reviews all over the place because people that were dumb enough to buy it, myself included, are basically like, why the hell is this even allowed? In fact, on Xbox, this game requires a massive day one update. Currently, you can buy this game on Xbox. That platform does not have the day one update, meaning this game is literally unplayable on Xbox. But let's talk about it. I want to break down the tons of bads and the little sliver of good because I did pay for this. I did actually have an at least open mind that this could be an interesting project. MindsEye is by Leslie Benzies. This is the former head of Rockstar North, and he's actually the guy that was sort of originally in charge of Grand Theft Auto 3. So when I saw a lot of the trailers about this idea of like a futuristic city and driving around in sandstorms and fighting off all sorts of people and streets and stuff, I thought, okay, so it's futuristic GTA. I'm curious. I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. I want to check this out. But there have been a lot of warning signs that this game was going to be trash. Even before release, a ton of the executives at the studio mass quit last week. They didn't let any reviewers have early access to it because they were like, oh, the day one patch is so important. It wouldn't make sense without that day one patch. But even when you start to sit down and play it, this game feels like, honestly, an unfinished cash grab. But let me talk. Hi, hope you're having a great day. I am DreamcastGuy. If you could please give this video a like. I mean, honestly, this thing cost me $70 to make this video. I appreciate it. See if we can get this to 2,000 likes. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. So, what is MindsEye? This is a new game that I feel like it does have potential. I kind of like the setting and I kind of like the graphics, but beyond that visual presentation, a lot of this just doesn't make sense. So we're playing as this guy named Jacob Diaz. He's a dude that's freshly out of the military. He was in the service for a very, very long time. And during the course of his military service and doing all these top secret missions, they installed a microchip into his brain called the MindsEye. Now, most people don't have that. Even though this is the cybernetic future, even though people do have like cell phone contact lenses that automatically show you GPSs on the street and stuff, most people do not have implants. You are very much a diamond in the rough. But when you left the military, something happened. Don't fully spell it out. I've only played about 30% of the game because honestly, it's so garbage I can't keep playing it. But people have alluded to the fact that when you left the service, they removed all your memories of it. So you have like basically 5 years of a blank space. So now you're trying to rebuild your life, figure things out, and get some answers because the people that put that chip in your head is a company called Silva. So now you have taken a security job at Silva. And while you're here, you immediately are doing corporate espionage. You're immediately killing other groups, doing all sorts of missions, murder missions, killing targets and whistleblowers and stuff for this company. Because Silva, it's basically Tesla. I mean, there's a lot of political jokes in this game, and I don't mind political jokes. I think political jokes are fine. This entire game feels like one big Elon Musk joke, which again is fine if it was funny. I feel like I don't mind political satire. All the other Grand Theft Autos have political satire in it. I mean, GTA 5 has a lot of stuff about torture and stuff because at the time, the American government was talking a lot about how valuable torture is, so they wanted to parody that in their game. This has a lot of parody, a lot of political parody, but my problem is that it's just too on the nose and it's not funny. Like Silva is an electric car company and has basically taken over the world, and now they built a bunch of rockets, and so now they've built a robot police force, and they basically run the entire United States. And the main guy, you meet him and talk with him, Marco Silva, is basically Elon Musk. But I guess my thing about that is that it's just so blatant it doesn't feel like a cute, fun nod. I feel like good satire works on its own. A good joke, if you're trying to parody something, is funny without knowing the context. But also, oh God, the mayor of the city is a reality TV show host who's trying to run for political office. And her name is Vega. And all of her shirts and all of her stuff says, we got to make the city good again. And you know what? She's trying to work together with Silva to run the world, right? Okay, super cringe, super silly. But even if this game was just playable, I feel like I'd give a pass to the really cringy writing, to Jacob's weird backstory that seems so inconsistent. Like, one of the things that's very bizarre in this is that Jacob really is a murder machine. You are just constantly speeding through town, blasting everybody constantly. I mean, you break into trailer parks and are just mowing people down, and then everywhere you go, everybody instantly dies. And sometimes your boss will call you on the phone and go, I can't condone you murdering everybody, but you know what'd be a good idea? If you murdered everybody. It's just such a strange game, because even if you're actually taking it at face value, it's not fun, it's not well written, it's not clever, and the biggest problem is that it just looks terrible. Like, when you're out there actually getting into gunfights or trying to blow up barrels and stuff like that, or doing the weird flashbacks and stuff, it all just runs so incredibly bad. And it's weird that there will be constant traffic jams in the city, and when you go near them, the game goes down to like single-digit frame rates if it doesn't just crash. Now, I've been playing this on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Apparently, it runs better on the PlayStation 5 Pro than it does on... Apparently, on PC, it's terrible. On an Xbox, it's literally busted. But even on the Pro, it runs so bad. And the weirdest thing is, okay, there are spoilers on the loading screens. You know, like in games, you die and then it shows like a loading screen with like a tip. In this, it has like scientific journal entries that I think ruined the end of the game. They're straight up being like, here's the guy who invented MindsEye. Here's why they invented it. Here's why Silva made the program. It's like, brother, what are you doing here? Like, how did you not like realize that that's a bad move? Okay. So one of the weirdest parts about this is that if he's supposed to have lost his memory, why is he such a super soldier? Like, there are multiple times in this game, even in this opening 3 hours, they said the game is 12 hours long, so I guess I've played a fourth of it already. There are times where you just walk in and there's 25 people and you instantly murder all of them. Just headshot, kill every single person. But then it will tell you that you don't have any memories, that you don't have any training. They keep telling you that you're like the entry-level security guy, but then you're meeting with Silva directly, so it seems like you're the head of security. There's so much in this game that I feel like just doesn't align. Driving down the road doesn't feel good. You have an assigned car. They keep giving you a new car and telling you it's the same car. I had a red car and later a black car and a blue car, and they just keep saying it's the same car. There's just a lot of weird stuff in this game that really doesn't feel good, but also just stuff that doesn't logically make sense. Like, I have killed so many people, just absolute crazy gunfights in the streets. And at one point, your guy is like, why aren't the cops showing up? And it says, oh, you can't call the police anymore. Crime is solved algorithmically. Now, that's an interesting phrase. I think that could be an entire interesting idea. Like, it seems like some people in this society purposefully disavow all technology. People that don't want to be involved with all this hyper surveillance state stuff, so they live out in the desert. I think that's interesting. This could be a setup for a good story, but instead it seems like the redneck people are like just invisible to cops because the cops only see like cell phone technology. There's stuff like that just doesn't make sense. Like, I've literally been in mass murder shootouts in the middle of the street with cars that don't blow up. Nothing can blow up in this game. And everybody is just sitting there. Robo cops are just watching me kill 70 people and they're returning fire. There's so much stuff in this game that actually doesn't make sense, from just how the guns work to how the aiming works to just the fact that you instantly heal. Like, even on hard difficulty, this game is way too easy. It looks like it's open world. It's not. Apparently, some people got early copies of this, like early street date copies. They said when you beat the game, you unlock open world mode. There are no missions. The story, the city is completely empty. The only thing that exists is driving to the next checkpoint, sitting through an incredibly cringy cutscene, and then seeing the next mission that basically says drive here and shoot 5 guys. Everything about this game just sucks. It is bizarre to me that they didn't decide to put more meat on these bones. I've heard that this was supposed to be connected to another project called like Everywhere, and even that company has publicly disavowed this and disconnected it from their universe. I genuinely have no idea what the hell happened to MindsEye, what happened in development that let it end up like this. But the short and sweet of it is, it runs bad, it looks bad, it is bad. I do like the music though. It does have good music in it. Either way, don't buy it. Thanks for watching. I don't know what else to say. This game is so bad it's spoiled my damn brain. I need to get me a Jacob Diaz implant so I can remove it later and delete these memories. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming.